he had that one guy that Ken Heron has had on there before, but the guy he's really knowledgeable about um, all the FAA rules, and he's one of the guys that consultants or something. But anyways, he was telling everybody the rules and regulations that people didn't understand and stuff, and there was stuff I didn't know on there. It was a pretty good stream.
Yeah, well, Adrian, he comes on later in the evening, and by that time I'm kind of like half in and half out of sleep.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I just happened to be. I got home and.
Well, what happens is I have to get off my feet periodically, so I go over and get my chair. Next thing I know, I wake up. It's 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Hey, there's Mr. Rob.
are we live? Are we?
Hey, Rob.
Yes, we are.
Hey, Paul. Paul.
Later.
Hang on, let me.
You're still trying to get set up here. Okay. Oop.
I know. I was over watching Dennis.
There we go. I tried to get everything all set up here, so I got the chat in the same screen.
I don't think I'll be on for too long, though.
Well, it's good to see you, though, Rob.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Rob helps keep us straight, Paul. You know that?
Yeah.
Rob does something, but I don't know what to.
Okay, so what's your bets? Who's coming in first?
Mike.
AZ draw dude this morning. Well, see, Chris Hope's on right now, so everybody will be there right now. He's just doing a sunrise thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's it's just bitterly cold here. Same there, Paul.
Yeah, it's really cold here this morning.
I mean, it's so cold, Rob, that if you step out, like I step out to let the dog out just for a second, the inside of your clothes feel cold. It just
really
penetrates.
Yeah.
Well,
we're absolutely in down with rain, yeah.
I went to my friends there last night.
Yeah.
And they're out in the country, but their whole driveway, everything was all ice because we had started to melt and everything else, and all froze, solid. It's just solid ice. He's got a big driveway because he circles all the way around the house and building.
Yeah.
And man, she was just treacherous trying to get from the vehicle up to the house.
Yeah, well, as you can see, for the first time I can remember, the river is almost frozen solid.
Yeah.
St. Clair River, just one big sheet.
But it's supposed to start warming up again soon, though, isn't it, Paul?
Tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Late tomorrow, maybe into Wednesday, and then it's supposed to get rain.
Well, they said it's going to feel going down to -4 Fahrenheit tonight.
Yeah, see the birds over there just landed, and they landed on their feet on the ice, but then they sunk through. So it's not very thick ice, but it's still.
Actually, it's going to be cold for 2 more days. Then it's going to go way up to 43 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Then it's going to drop down again after 43, 39, then down to 18 degrees again.
Then back to the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate this time of year,
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Oh, we'll get over it. We'll be cutting grass enough soon enough.
So, Rob, any repercussions from your great escape you pulled over the weekend?
No, not yet. Not yet.
I just wonder if they sent the medical teams out looking for you.
No, let them try.
There's my squirrelies and my birdies and everybody out there looking for peanuts. I'm going to throw some more out.
Yeah, can't let them squirrels get thin.
Uh,
So what you building? Anything there, Rob? But then again, I don't hear the machine running.
it'll be starting in a minute.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do a. Ju- can you remember the Silver Surfer?
the what?
The Silver Surfer.
Can't remember. No.
Right, hang on. Let me
Uh,
um.
uh,
Let me show you the page.
well, just a minute here because Paul's still.
Yeah, no, I
Listen.
wasn't gonna stream. I was gonna put
Yeah.
it into the chat.
Okay, cool.
There's that one.
Yeah. Good morning, Edward Bundy. Good morning. Well, I guess we all lost this morning there on who's who here. Uh, okay, I'll go to this. Hey, Bill from Newfound Drone Productions. Good morning.
Bill, have a look at them two links and tell me which one you would do.
Oh, okay. Silver Surfer. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I like the one coming out of the wall, but the quality is not in it.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
look at it, it's more like built like the squares.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's open the other one up. See what it looks like.
So
Oh,
Ed Bundy was first.
yeah. Yeah. It's unusual, eh?
Yeah.
Well, we all lost this morning.
Hey,
Yeah.
Edward.
The
Uh,
yeah, it's just so bitterly cold. There's a little bit of sunshine out there. But I did hear this last time I threw peanuts out again,
Yeah.
the screeching of the blue jays.
Yeah. I think I'd go with the first one, Rob, because that I don't know if I like that second one where it's coming like out of the water or whatever. I don't know. Might make a good bookend though, the second one.
I don't.
Hey, Marshall. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome Sunday morning.
Yeah, and Bill from Newfound Drone Productions in there. Marshall. All right.
Yeah.
Edward Bundy says first for me too. I'm usually late to the party.
Good for you. Ed.
Oh, there's that one there, Paul.
What's that?
Huh?
Have a little look at that one.
He's showing you one.
Yep. Okay. I've looked at two so far.
Sorry to be
Oh.
a pain.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Oh, there we go. Just came up and oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
So which one? 1, 2, or 3?
I would go with 3, tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I think that looks better.
Hey, Marshall.
I see in the news this morning online, New York City Daily News is reporting that cops catch man dismembering his girlfriend's body in Pennsylvania.
Oh, lovely.
Oh my God, what is wrong with people?
I guess over in winter they arrested a couple people there last night.
Yeah, I saw him take them away.
Yeah. And somebody just posted their Okanagan Freedom Convoy at a Soyuz BC and USA border yesterday. Right
All
there.
right. I'm sorry.
For much of these past couple of weeks, it seems like all
Marshall says it's going to be 82 there today, Paul.
Huh? Oh my God. 82 degrees. That's terrible. I don't think you deserve that, Marshall. I think you better send it this way.
Don't keep it all to yourself. And we could use a little bit of the warmth. The sad part is, Paul, this time of year in the north, you get cold, you get warm, you get cold, you get cold. It doesn't really get dry.
Yeah.
You know, when it warms up, then it's wet. When it
Yep.
gets cold, it freezes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a while, I think, before we get any what I would call decent extended weather. The outlook just is not good. It's like you say, my sidewalk is shifted. That I've got some trees and stuff on the boulevard, and they've caused the sidewalk to shift as the trees getting bigger.
Oh, the roots lifting the concrete up.
Water puddles, and then it becomes a skating rink, you know?
Yep.
Well, the buffet's going.
Is there a buffet on the go? Is it? Sonny?
Yeah. There it is. There's all my squirrelies and birdies and
How many you got there? Holy mackerel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And there's one over there, 12,
and
13,
there's one
14. There's 2 on the tree. There's 1 on the other side. Yep. like freaking 14 of little suckers.
Yep. Feeding the family. See, there's the blue jay I heard screeching. See him? Right there.
Oh,
There he goes.
there he goes.
He got
Well,
it.
he's coming for the peanuts, right? So
Yep. Yep. Yeah, Blue Jays, I didn't know that, Paul, but Blue Jays don't go south for the winter. They don't migrate.
no.
Very territorial.
Mm. But I've seen flocks of them going through. They must be going someplace. Holy mackerel. They're just, I was down there where my trailer is, and there was just like wave after wave of blue jays going by. And where the hell? They must be migrating or something. But
Well, maybe it's a loner here. I don't know.
oh, I don't know.
But I've had Blue Jays all winter long on and off.
Yeah.
But he grabbed that peanut and headed back towards there's some trees down along the fence line out there.
Yeah.
I would think that, man, they'd be cold.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You think squirrels would be cold too, the way it is, but they're out there, no problem. With tiny little legs, you'd think they'd freeze, right?
Oh
But
yeah, wouldn't your little feet just get frozen?
you would think so, but I don't know.
That'd be cool, Bill. Oh.
That's it. Poured down myself. What an idiot. Ugh. Nah, I don't think there'll be a convoy to there today. I think they're ready for it. They'll divert it. It might be closed, but I won't be around it. But do you see the size of the TFR around there? Even regular aviation can't even go in there.
Yeah.
I mean, don't they even have the military and helicopters or something circling that thing? You know?
Yep, I think they do. I know that the reports from the ground, the they had several different cameras, several different people. That, in fact, there was a gal there that was using her cell phone, young gal, and she had a PayPal up, so I sent her a cup of coffee, $4, emoji.
Yeah.
What you doing? She's over there shaking her collar and stuff at me.
I was just over at Facebook Marketplace. Somebody else has got a cricket. They're making stickers and selling them. Hey, yeah. Get what, $3 a piece for a simple small design. Oh, I don't know.
It's looking a little wet down at St. Augustine. So it didn't. It isn't going to attract early morning occupants there this morning.
Oh yeah, she is damp there,
There's
isn't she?
a couple of people sitting inside, but
Yeah.
looks wet out there.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul, I downloaded a design last night. Here. Hey, Rob.
Hang on, sorry, 2 seconds.
I said I downloaded a design last night. I can use it now.
I'm
on my
right.
cricket. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, Ed, you're very welcome. I wish I had nicer weather. I mean, it was just cloudy. Mostly it was all cloudy.
Yeah.
It's that nature this time of year. We get a little bit of sun, maybe in the morning. Sometimes we might get lucky, get a little bit of sun late in the evening, but late in the afternoon, early evening. But for the most part, it's just pretty much cloudy. And as a kid, I remember most days are cloudy anyway in the wintertime.
What the hell is he crying about? Heard my cat go meow, meow. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Don't hear him now. Usually you want something like food or something or water, but they got you filled the water dish up last night.
Well,
Got
maybe
food. I give him treats already this morning.
are the kids off somewhere? Maybe they're playing with a cat.
No, nope, Vader's right there. And Gracie, no, I can see her over on the couch.
Oh, okay. Maybe the squirrel came to visit at the window.
Yeah, might have been. Because I filled the food dish up for the cat. Oh, maybe I wonder if I went into the freezer and took the dish off. I'll bring back. Maybe that's what it's going to look.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. I've been flying ships so long. I have a pattern, as you can tell. My ships, I do the circle and then the pull away, and and the approach the same way, just for consistency. But the difference is everybody says, well, haven't you had that shit before? Yes, but I got it late afternoon and it's a little different look to it. Sunshine, different look to it, then cloudy weather, different look to it, different water conditions. There's all kinds of things that actually change the look of every video that I do.
Rob's trying to figure out what he's going to print next.
No, I'm just setting it all up.
Mm.
Yeah, it takes a while to set it up, doesn't it, Rob?
I'm just resizing it. I'm making it a bit bigger than the original. I was looking at different infills and
What do you have to do? Resize the X, Y, and Z? Is that what it is?
yeah, well, you can just times the percentage.
Okay.
But it's just kind of thing like if you want to go 120% bigger, is that 100%? If you want to go 20% bigger, you can, you know, on the whole thing, or you can just do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's easy just to make it bigger this way, but it's probably harder if you want to make it this way bigger, not stay the same that way. And
No, it's takes a bit of getting used to, but it's all a thing. And then like how much infill you want, you know, because obviously you don't want to make it solid, because if it's just going to sit on a shelf, then there's no need. And then what type of infills and which one prints the quickest
yeah.
and like the strongest.
Now, does it tell you about, in other words, give you an estimate before you hit go, how long it's going to take to print it and that kind of thing?
Yeah, it'll tell you exactly how long it's going to take, and as well the amount of filament you'll use in meters, and the cost what it'll cost you.
Okay.
Hey, Justin.
That's why you're the pro.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Yep, Justin, that's the same. Rob's here. He's on day 2 of The Great Escape. He knew that his printers needed his expertise.
I'm going to turn my camera off while I'm fluffing about.
Okay.
I don't want people to see my big fat gut.
So, Paul's, what's your game plan for the day?
Not a lot. I think I got my dish. Well, I just got an empty dishwasher this morning, but my laundry. I just got to fold the last load, but I think that's it for the stuff. Maybe I need to wash the floors here today, maybe. But I'm not going too far today. My sister's going over to see Bonnie, so I don't need to go out. Now I got 2 signs to remove, so.
Are they local or?
Oh yeah, they're in town. Actually, the one is that. Remember that one I said about a block away?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out too now.
You
No,
just
it's sold quick. Yeah,
put it in.
yeah, it's done, sold. Yep, want sign off.
How much did it go for?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I can find out or not. Okay,
Wow,
so
that's strange, Bill. Have you got your actual maker you printed in there, Bill?
Okay, hang on here. Website quality success. Okay.
Well, I'm sure that it's printer talk, Paul. Bill was asking Rob,
Oh.
how come my estimates are wrong on my time on Cura?
It's unusual.
Let me see.
To tell the truth, Bill, then I'm not sure, mate.
Yeah, there's a couple of ships coming out of Chicago, Paul, and it looks like they're headed for Goderich. I would imagine they're going to pick up salt, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. The head for Goderich going for salt. No, I can't find it, Paul. It's already been taken off the system. But it was on Coldwell Banker. But I do Elmer and St. Thomas, both ones. But anyways, I got a text message yesterday. One of the agents that I deal with at Coldwell Banker and Elmer, she jumped ship. She went to Remax in Elmer now.
Oh,
Yeah, but she still wants me to do her signs.
Maybe that's something to do with it, Bill. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, she went. Yeah, she went from Coldwell Banker to Remax. I don't know. Neither one of them is doing all that great, but
what's the big agency there that you do most for?
Remax.
Remax. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's you do all their listings and stuff. So
Yeah, yeah. And
could be a different company handling the seller end, and Remax would be handling the seller. The buyer end would be somebody else, maybe. Then they
yeah,
split the commissions, right?
yeah. My sister said she just got watching stuff from Windsor. Scary, but kind of exciting. They arrested 3 to 4 people and hundreds of cops, something out of the States or Europe looks like, or something. I don't know. I could
Yeah,
find anything.
I was watching late last night, like midnight, and that's where that gal was down there on the street, and they took and put cement barricades, those temporary ones across
Yep.
the
Yeah. CBC Live. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see what's going on.
Where's Okanagan? Do you know?
Oh, Okanagan?
Yeah.
That's in British Columbia. Yeah, they've closed down another border. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've got one. They've got one they're showing.
We're not here to cause problems for anybody, so we're just here to want our freedom back.
Are you willing to be arrested?
Well, we'll see.
Can't find it right now, but they said they're not opening the bridge up until they know it's safe.
Wonder what they would feel safe. Yeah, there's nobody gonna blow a truck up on a bridge.
Yeah, no kidding. But CBC, multiple border crossings blocked amid Canada-wide protests against COVID-19 rules. Well, now Ottawa, they're getting counter protesters now.
Really?
Yeah. Gonna be a war.
Okay, here's the one from me. I think it's yesterday, Paul. uh, from the Ambassador Bridge.
Yeah.
That's where they had moved the trucks and you had the protesters. Look at the cops. Wow.
Yeah. Well, there was, I was talking to my sister last night. She heard on the scanner or something, but some St. Thomas cops are just leaving last night to head to Windsor.
Hey, Justin.
And anyways, they but I in that lineup last night, I seen London police there too. So
Hey, Justin.
again,
What's up, guys? So I went yesterday and I just went ahead and broke down and got the C920.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's what I'm using now.
I'll tell you what, it looks good.
Because that other one, I don't know what it was like. Even after I fixed it, on my end, it would look like crap. But when then I would go into the YouTube feed and watch what I was on your guys' show or Matt's show, it looked fine. So I don't know what the hell was going on with it. So I was like, I'm done. I'm not even messing with it no more. I said I'm done.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you.
So I just ordered it from Walmart and did a pickup today and picked it up later on that day.
Yeah, that looks clean. It's wicked.
holy mackerel! This is about 3-4 days old, but this is in Japan. But snow they got here. Like, look at this! Holy mackerel! Just now, I gotta shut off the sound.
That's Japan.
Japan,
Shit.
like it just.
Oh, wow. It looks like the train
Wow.
stopped and everything. Oh, yeah.
In Japan, the heavy snowfall is a record amount of snowfall.
Does it say what city that is, or? Look at that dog trying to get to the snow.
Yeah. Let me
It was
see.
what, an Akita, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that is the name of that dog breed.
Melbera, Chiga Prefecture in the city of Sapporo.
Oh, you butchered that.
Oh yeah, of course. 98 centimeters of snow fell in 2 days.
Much appreciated.
It
for that,
said-
Justin.
In mountainous areas, the snow covered some places exceeds 4 meters. Huh?
Oh, wow.
That's 12 feet of snow. Wow.
Much appreciated for that, Justin.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
You know what I like about this camera too is it doesn't have such a damn wide point of view. That other one, man, I had to have a green screen across my entire back wall just to fit it in.
Yeah, that camera's working great.
And you know, I was looking back on videos of this camera. This camera's like 3 or 4 years old, but it's still like one of the most popular. Like people still buy them up.
Yeah, did you see what Bill put in the chat, Paul? Did you see all the violence in the streets? Question mark. All their violent dancing in the streets.
Oh yeah.
All their violent dancing.
My sister just saying looks like there's more cops in Windsor than in Ottawa. But as far as I'm concerned, they're going to be playing whack-a-mole because they're getting a bridge open at Windsor, but they just go to other ones, so the Peace Bridge and, you know, they got Cornwall, they got, you know, still got all these slowdowns. They got Manitoba, British Columbia now. I think, when Alberta, it's been slowed down. So, I mean, they're just gonna be playing whack-a-mole because, you know, they're gonna go from one place to another, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't an effort to close down the blue water bridges at the same time, because then they'd have had the chokehold on, you know?
Yeah.
They were allowing all the trucks to divert to Port Huron to go across, even though it was a big slowdown here because of the increased traffic, but
Uh.
there wasn't, and from what I could see, Paul, there wasn't anybody attempting to formally block the bridges.
Check out my channel when you got a second. Just there's only like a 10-second video. New toy I got.
Is it the Dragster one?
Yes, you've seen it.
Yeah,
have you?
yeah, I watched that one.
Yep.
Waiting for the weather.
Hey,
What
did
you think
you
of it?
did you watch Matt's show the other night when he was getting on Tim about that damn food?
Yeah, I watched about half of it. I was in the hospital. I was.
Did you see the short that he made making fun of Tim? He said making
No.
Tim's dinner and it shows the grill and he has a little piece of food like this on the grill. And he's
Yeah,
like,
then he was saying that something will last him like 3 days, wouldn't it?
yeah,
And other things, yeah, I can remember that.
that short was hilarious. So, and then he did Matt did a ship video chasing a ship out in the ocean. And the first thing everybody starts piping up is, oh, you stole Paul's video. He's going to get a copyright on you.
Hey, Curtis.
Curtis.
Morning, Curtis.
Oh,
Good
his
Lord, it's early, yeah.
his
I
mini
just,
tubes.
Hey, Paul, just at the Peace Bridge in, Niagara Falls there, and they said, all eastbound access closed. No one can cross into the US at the Peace Bridge now. So it's dead. There's no traffic at all there.
Yeah, Matt's Mini 2 did some weird thing around that ship though. He was going like this and he was doing like a pan around it.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden the camera went into like an FPV mode and locked. And it went sideways like that, but it actually looked really cool, but he didn't mean to do it. The camera did that on its own.
Wow.
And it did it for about 10, 15 seconds. And all of a sudden it straightened back out again.
Is that on? Is it on Matt's channel? I haven't seen no videos. I don't think.
I think he uploaded one last night. I don't know. I don't know if that particular clip is on there because he was just kind of showing some,
Showing, yeah.
yeah, some video from their meetup. But Tim posted a video for the first time in 8 months.
Wow.
He hasn't posted anything in damn near a year.
Yeah. But I see it. But you haven't put anything up in a while either, I don't think. Have you just?
I posted one last night. It's been a few weeks.
I was going to say, last night I haven't gone up with. I've seen, but
Well, the last couple of weekends it was raining. And plus I've been working, starting this new job and doing all this studying on this packet and everything. And
how's the job going?
oh, it's going good. I got everything down. I just have to pass this test so I can get certified.
When do they give the test? When you're ready, or?
I was hoping it was going to be Thursday or Friday because the lady was down in West Palm Beach teaching a class. So I'm assuming it's probably going to be tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. I'm not real sure. So because she has to come all the way down or up from North Carolina, come down to Florida to do a class and then do a bunch of certifications all at one time. So she's kind of bouncing around the state. So I'm not sure if it'd be, I'm pretty sure it'll probably be in the next 2 days.
Okay.
And then I'll be out on my own finally.
So do you feel comfortable? Are you ready?
I honestly have no idea. Dude, they gave me 50 pages of crap. And I would say about 30 of those pages don't even pertain to my job. So I don't know what is going to be on the test and what's not. So after I get off here in a little bit, I'm going to do a little bit more studying.
So you think it could be any time this week or?
hmm I'm hoping so, yeah. Because like I said, she has to come down all the way from North Carolina. She has to come from up there all the way down here. So she like goes all over the country like once a month and does a bunch of certifications and comes back.
So are you the only one for your company that's getting a certification or?
Well, for my area, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about the whole company. I'm sure there's other techs otherwhere that are getting certified, but it was supposed to be me. Do what?
Sorry. What?
So
Go
this is what. So you want to hear what happened with the new guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I found out that he called my boss, his boss, and his boss's boss, complaining that our other tech was saying racial things, and then supposedly he had it on video. Okay, well, in Florida, it's a third-degree felony if you record somebody and try to use it in a legal stance without their knowing that they were on there. Like you can't record. It's a one-party state or a two-party state where both parties have to know they're being recorded.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can get in trouble for recording them and then trying to use it. And so, but the thing was, is the whole time that dude was riding around with me, he was Spanish descent. I'm not sure if he was Puerto Rican or Mexican or what, but I know he was Spanish. He was, but the whole time he was with me, he was saying all kinds of racial things about black people while he was riding around with me in the car. And then he was yelling crap out the window while we were driving down the road at people. Like when we get to a stoplight and stuff, he'd yell stuff out the window. So
he's a good prospect for an employee.
So
Yeah.
the company thinks that he was trying to bait the other employee so he could get him in trouble. And so, well, my boss's boss got pissed off about the whole thing and said, well, why did you contact me? You should have went through the chain of command. So he got pissed off the fact that he even called him and told him.
Well, didn't you say when you were riding with him and he was telling you about how many different jobs he's had?
He literally told me, he was like, told me about at least, because I don't want to over exaggerate, but he probably told me about at least 12 to 15 jobs that he's had in the past 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So he's probably tried to pull this nonsense everywhere.
Right. And so the company said they're going to do a more thorough background check because now they feel like they're going to start looking into legal records because they think that he's done this before to other companies.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I said, in the state of Florida, even if you wanted to take the company to court, they can't use that video because we didn't agree to be. And I was riding in the car in supposedly one of the videos. He told the guy he didn't like my stance on foreigners. I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. I never even talked to him about foreigners. But he tried to say he said he didn't like my stance on foreigners. I said, I don't ever remember even having a conversation with you about that. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then he tried to bait me. Now, I didn't think about it at the time, but now that I think back at it, I think he was trying to bait me because we were riding in the car and he asked me, he said, do you know any black jokes? I was like, no. And he was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. I said, I don't generally just sit around and think of racial jokes all day. Like those were my exact words to him. He was like, "Oh, okay." But I didn't think nothing of it at the time. I thought he was just because the dude was dumb. Like just the way he acted all the time. He just had an annoying personality. So I didn't think anything of it. I just kind of shrugged it off and like whatever. But then he tried to. But now that I think back on it, I think he was trying to bait me to get me in trouble.
Probably if an investigator investigated his background, you'll find there's been other lawsuits filed where he may have cashed in on some of them.
But
Yeah,
see,
that's what I was kinda wondering.
he just moved to Florida too, so I don't think he understands the laws down here.
I missed
Because-
one. Give me a quick thing, Justin.
Oh, he was supposedly he didn't like my stance on foreigners, and he supposedly filmed another employee saying racial things. But the whole time he was riding around with me, he was saying, and nobody in the chat take offense to this. I'm just repeating what he said. He said, when I was riding through in one neighborhood we were going through, it wasn't the best neighborhood. He was like, "Oh, look at all these coloreds, and there's a lot of blacks in this neighborhood." And that's the way he was talking the whole time he was with me. Like at the end of the day, I was like, "Please get out the car," because he was just annoying as hell.
Well,
He
and
acted like
he was a trainee that Justin had been assigned, this guy, to ride with Justin.
right.
Oh, is he with a complaint in now then, is he?
He was,
Yeah.
he was brand new with the company.
But the company is at this point, they're just done with it. Like they don't care because they think that he's full of crap.
Hmm.
So, but it's just, it was,
I think he
Like I
goes
said.
from job to job and cashes in, and they pay him off to get rid of him or whatever.
oh, Heath already said they're not paying him off because technically he can't, legally, they can't look at the video. So they said, you don't have any evidence by the Florida law's point of view. So there's nothing we can do about it. So and they told my boss, they said, you find a reason to get rid of him. So
What an asshole.
like I said, at the end of the day, I was ready for him to get out of the car. Dude, this dude's like 42, 43 years old, and he's acting like a 16-year-old. I'm like, oh, like yelling shit at, like we would pull up to the stoplight, and there'd be like a homeless person sitting there, and he'd be like out the window making faces and shit at him. And I actually told him twice. I said, dude, we're in a company car. You can't act like that.
No.
And he was like, oh, it's not no big deal.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. But yeah, apparently that's why he didn't show up to work the other day. So I was called and told that.
JDS agrees with Justin, just blow him off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, he also said hand him a bag of dog shit and tell him to get into it.
Yeah.
Like I said, and see, my biggest concern was when he said he had recordings. It wasn't even the fact that I was concerned I even said anything on him. I was concerned about how touchy companies are these days about that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, I'm not getting in trouble for this. Like, no, it ain't happening. So I called the sheriff's department and I talked to a detective, and I'm waiting for them to call me back. But I told them everything that happened. I said, what are my legal precedents? Because if I have a legal standing and he wants to keep pushing this, I'll just file a police report. They can go arrest him for taking the video. Because it's a 3rd-degree felony in Florida
Is it?
for recording somebody without their permission and then trying to use it
Yeah.
for personal gain.
Yeah.
And so he's already filed a complaint with the company, so they already have that on record of him saying that he has
Okay,
video.
thank you.
So, but that's if he keeps pushing it, or if the company tries to say something.
Give the ball.
I
Give
mean,
the
if it
ball.
gets dropped and everybody just goes their own way, then I'm good with that. Like, I don't care. So,
Ben, he still caused you a bit of hassle, haven't he?
do what?
He still caused you a bit of hassle. You've
Oh, I
only
mean,
it.
I haven't
Mhm.
heard anything directly from the company. This is just my supervisor telling me all this, my boss.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard anything. I mean, for all I know, week from now, they could come to me and be like, "Oh, you got to go." So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely going to be on the back of my mind for the next couple weeks,
Mm.
just until
Yeah, kind of blows
some
over.
right and some time passes. I'll be back in a second.
The just was looking at a video in Paris where the protests have gone. The police are throwing tear gas around, and people in cafes are gagging and running. And
Oh yeah, I know. They're just tear gassing them and everything down there.
yep,
Oh yeah, I was watching some videos last night of them coming up from the U.S. side. Bunch of Canadian and American flags, and they were coming up on the U.S. side. Because
yep,
I saw your bridge in one of the videos
yep,
of a bunch of them right there on the edge of the water.
yeah. They use that clip Port Huron a lot.
Yeah, I saw one of that clip from last night, and I was like, "Oh, that's Paul's little spot that he flies from."
Well, if if anything does come out of this, even if they cancel the protests and all that stuff, now the government's going to have to rethink some of their policies when they try to implement it on people because it's gonna. Oh, gee, are we going to get away with this or not? We're going to end up having another big protest and stuff. I think a lot of good is going to come out of it. They won't be so jerky to crack down on people so hard, right? So.
Well, and the sad part is I hope that people remember come election time.
Oh yeah.
Is there people down there now or no?
Not in Port Huron,
Okay.
but the trucks are still backed up.
Yeah.
Because the Detroit Bridge, which is the #1 crossing between the United States and Canada in the United States, it still remains closed, right, Paul?
Yeah, the winter one's still closed. Even though they got the protesters back.
Well, they'll have even more of a hell of a time trying to stop the U.S. side from protesting because that's a very touchy thing when it comes to the Constitution and stuff. As far as if you're not doing anything illegal, they're really not allowed to screw with you. So.
Yeah, but you got to remember, you got Biden and you got Gretchen over there in Michigan. They think they're God, so.
Because like I said, here in Florida, they've told us, you can protest all you want, but the minute you start rioting, that's when we're going to end it. They said, but if you want to peacefully gather, the sheriffs are down here already said, and the governor said, we're not going to stop you. But the minute you get out of hand, that's going to be it. We're done with it.
Yeah.
Just like down here, they passed a law now that if protesters surround your car and try to pull you out, you're legally allowed to run them over now. Because they did that in all those other states where people were getting surrounded by 100 people and their cars getting rocked and their windows are getting shattered, and then they're getting in trouble because they ran 3 people over trying to get away from the crowd. Like, really? What are they supposed to do? Just sit there and take that? It don't matter if they're in a car or not. It's just like running up on somebody with a gun. And the minute you do that, you forfeit your right to live at that point.
Well, see, the problem here is that with the laws that you can't block infrastructure, which is the transport's going through the bridge and all that. But see, all the big car manufacturers are all going after Trudeau. Is what's happening to get it open again, right? It's all about money, right?
Right.
So,
I mean, it makes sense because there's a lot of just not even the car industry. There's a lot of companies moving product through there, and they don't give a crap about the protests. They just want their product to be moved. And
yep.
I mean, you're right about that. It's all about money.
Oh, here's the other look at the bridge. You see no trucks moving hardly at all. Just a couple here, there, no backup.
No backup at all?
No
Huh.
backup at all on the bridge. Doesn't mean that it's not backed up out on the freeway, but
Yeah.
What's up, Anita? I hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah, Anita.
I think it's Anita.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Anita.
good to see you again.
Yeah, JDS, he was definitely correct about that. Everything is all about money, Paul H.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they were just blocking off of a bridge that just everyday people went across and it wasn't no, you know, any money really going across that bridge, they wouldn't give two craps. People blocked it off.
yep.
What they need to worry about is the truckers all just walking off the job and saying, you know what, we're done.
Yeah, if they stop moving things,
They just refuse to take loads
yep.
because
State-
all these truckers can go to friendlies. If they want to, especially the ones in the US, if they don't like what one state's doing, they can just leave and go to another state and work.
Yep. Yeah, because out in California, they're looking for truck drivers to haul all that offshore shipments.
And guess what? Even if they quit and they rehire people, it's still going to stick it to them because guess what? Now they're going to probably have to pay more as an incentive to get people to want to come drive for them. And it's going to cost some more money.
Mhm.
Because now all of a sudden a new driver's making what a 20-year driver would have been making.
Right.
Because they have no choice but to give them a huge incentive to want to come work for them.
Oh, they're saying that the Blue Water Bridge at Ontario Pier, okay, on Port Huron, they say commercial flow is only 2 hours right now.
So, Rob, your prime minister pretty much gave up on all your mandates over there, huh?
I don't really know. I don't follow none of it.
I saw about
Yeah, with the COVID thing.
Yeah, I saw about a month ago he was on the news and he was like, "No more masks, no more mandates."
Yeah,
He's screaming in the camera.
I think it's the end of this month. He's just stopping everything. You don't have to social distance.
You don't have to show.
That's just in England, though. Wales, I'm not sure.
Well, I heard that people were saying the only reason he did it was because he got in trouble or got caught doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Well, there's been a massive inquiry. Do you know when we had like the first lockdown? People took it pretty serious, didn't they? The very first one, was it back in March 2020 or 21?
21,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah, well, about April or May, he had a party at the number 10 Downing Street. Like where the Prime Minister lives. And they bring your own booze and all that lot. There was a big load of them. He's been to a couple of parties he had in all this lockdown thing. So they've done an inquiry against him and all sorts of bull crap.
And JDS, the only thing I would ever say about pertaining to foreigners would be I just don't agree with the whole border situation and all the illegals coming over. Other than that, I have no problem with anybody who's from another country.
Hello, Anita. Anita, I believe it works for a security company.
Yeah, she was on a bit going to the front line of it, wasn't she?
Yep.
Oh, just looking, Paul, there's no delay at all at the Blue Water Bridge right now. Look like they're all caught up.
What did you look at the cameras out on the freeway?
Yep. And I'm just here. I'll show it to you here. Okay. So, anyways, wait time to Blue Water as of 9 a.m. the 13th. So, personal vehicle, no delay. Nexus, no delay. Ready Lane, not available, and commercial vehicles, no delay. Current road conditions, but anyways, here's webcam Blue Water Bridge at the Canadian tolls. Blue Water Bridge at the webcam, there's nothing there. Highway 402 at Front Street, and this one here is Water Street, US 94. There's nothing,
Nothing going on.
nothing going on. Quiet right down. Well, I think they've gone over to other bridges now, eh?
Yeah, you
There's
sure,
a-
you sure wouldn't want to have to drive all the way around,
Oh, jeez.
but I would imagine some of them did.
Because see, there was no delay at the International Bridge, which is the one at Sault Ste. Marie. One of any of them drove up and around to Toronto that way or something.
Or if you went down through Ohio and around that way,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it'll sort itself out, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Paul, I really hate the post office. There's still a few people that I know that their letters went out. They still haven't gotten them.
Well,
It's been almost a week now.
well, and with the trucks the way it is, nothing moving, especially
Well,
if
the thing of
anything.
it is that
I wouldn't order anything from the States right now.
Paul knows it exactly, is that in Paul's situation, you could wait forever.
I don't care. Yeah, but I don't care if the post office has every truck running. They still suck.
Have a look at that post I just put in the chat.
Daily Mail, that's Ben Shapiro's news agency, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, he does the Daily Mail. He started his own movie production company too. They're making movies now. Let's see here.
I can't imagine the streets. You're used to narrow streets over there. Well, that never happened here.
Come on, load up. Oh, Jesus. I didn't know you had Swift drivers over there. I love those people that know they're hitting something and they're like, yeah, fuck it, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Instead of just stopping, they're like, oh,
Yeah,
just send it.
Yeah. Damage is already done. Let's go.
Right.
No saving this one.
That's why I said, like, you'll see a
Oh,
truck like,
there's a guy in the doorway in his jammies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like the ones where you'll see the truck hit the top of like the bridge and and it'll get halfway through and instead of backing out, he'll just keep going.
Do you know, I've actually done that.
Oh, actually hit the top of a bridge?
Yeah, but I had an excavator on a low loader.
Just so everybody knows what we're talking about here. There,
Wow. Oh, I will, JDS. I ain't worried about it.
Here's the one with the guy with the jammies. Watch.
Yeah.
They're going, what the hell?
Yeah, look at his wall.
Delivered to my doorstep, but come on.
Yeah, but you see how wide that sidewalk is? It's like there's no.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh, I
another-
remember this one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Just and the train guy, he doesn't. I wouldn't say that's really his fault because.
Yeah, the engine. He doesn't know.
He can't
Right.
stop. Can as well.
Well, not only that though, is the people that hooked that made his route should have known he couldn't have gone that way by the height of those train
Well, he
cars.
just takes the top right off that train, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they're full of cars too. Wait till it shows the other side. The cars are completely gone. The tops of the cars, all brand new cars.
Because he got no side mirrors, and he got nothing. And they're like 4,000 horsepower.
Now look at the cars. Watch. All those brand new cars,
Uh,
Oh,
convertibles.
just gone.
and you thought you were having a bad day at work.
Well,
Search Daily Mail videos on Facebook. More clips like this.
that's what I said is whoever makes the, because the conductor and the engineer, they just drive the train. They don't make the routes.
Yep.
So whoever made that route should have known that those train cars were too high for that particular bridge. So that ain't his fault. He's just told to go here. You take the train here and drop this off.
Yeah, and I was in the middle of Belfast on a Saturday night, and I had to take a low loader through an archway bridge and up the side of a railway track. So I come to the bridge, and I knew it was closed, so I got out, measured it, then got up on the trailer, measured and all that lot, and I had like 2 inches. So I thought, oh, I'll be fine. And then as I goes under, halfway under. But then when I tried to reverse back, because of the arm was like this, it hit the roof and dug and jammed me up. So it was like digging in more when I got back. Oh, and I caused absolute havoc in the middle of Belfast. I had to drop the air suspension, let the tyres down, anything just to give me a little bit more clearance. It was a Saturday night as well. I had all the drunks and the idiots and all that lot, wanting to come across, and they reckon they could, jump the excavator off the trailer. Just.
Well, what's crazy is when you see those guys, like the few videos I've seen with the guys in the huge dump trucks, and they'll have the bed completely straight up driving down the road. I'm like, how did you not notice that? Like literally, that means you never looked in your mirrors. You didn't see that thing sticking straight up in the air.
Well, I know that in some investigations, what they are is whoever drove the loader up onto the flatbed.
No, he's on about the tippers where they leave the body up.
It did not turn the key off, so the power was still on. So as they're going along, and it juggles and juggles and juggles and juggles, and up it goes.
No, because they're PDO driven.
Yeah, the motor's still going. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the dump trucks when they have the bed up when they're dumping the load out.
Tippers, like if you had sand delivered or things like
Yeah,
that.
there was one I watched where it was one of the big 3-axle ones.
Yeah.
That thing was probably sticking 25 feet in the air straight up, and he's driving down the road and just wiping out stoplight signs as he's going through intersections.
Well,
And
he
it's
never
like
checked the mirrors.
And that's the thing is he goes through 2 or 3 intersections, wipes out the lights, and still is going. And it's like, what in the hell, dude? You're not hearing all that behind you? Like, you have your Bose noise cancellation headphones in or something? Like, you think you would feel that?
But then as well, I've caught a car and dragged a car about 200 foot up the road. I have, but that was on my, blind side. Going round the corner, a car tried to sneak through the gap. The trailer kicked on the turn, was dug into the car, and I just dragged him up the road. The weight of a car against a lorry, I didn't even feel him.
Yep. JDS said something else.
Oh yeah, hold on. Here's one of them.
A spoon. Oh.
Hey, JDS, you have a great day too. JDS has to leave.
Yeah, see you, JDS.
Paul, don't start now.
Oh, I don't know why I'm tired this morning.
Where this is a celebration of Rob's great escape.
I wanted to show you these as well. I printed to go into the back of my disabled thing. I haven't done the eyes yet. I got an alien face.
Oh, look at that!
With a hand.
With a hand. Oh my!
Wow.
I got.
That looks like it's silvery, is it?
Yeah, silver.
Oh, that's cool.
So I got black with like sparkles in it, so I'm gonna make the eyes which slot in, and then that sticks down on the back window, so it looks like then you've got a passenger alien in your vehicle. Should be a bit of fun.
Yeah. That should be a little fun.
What's Justin just put in the chat? Oh,
So Anita, where are you off to today? You got to go back to work today, or are you just pretty much off, Anita? Anita, if you want to join the panel, all you got to do is go up the top and click on that. You don't have to come out on camera. You can just come out of your voice. Just turn your camera off down to the bottom left. It allows you to have your camera on, your microphone on, or one or the other.
Isn't that crazy, Rob, that video?
yeah. Whoa,
like-
look at the gantry come down.
Like you're going
Oh
down
my
like a 4
God.
or 5 lane highway. You think you're paying attention to your surroundings. And I would assume that the truck would tell you that the bed's up, right? I mean, most of those would have some kind of alarm saying, hey, your bed's not down. I'm assuming they would have some kind of safety thing set up to where it lets you know so you don't drive off like that.
So,
Or some kind of
they actually got a thing called a PTO system. Do you know what that is? It's where
Yeah,
you got to,
PTO, yeah.
yeah, you got to engage it with the clutch.
That's the
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
the thing is that thing would just be screaming
Yeah,
at
yeah, yeah,
road RPM.
yeah, hey, yes, exactly, exactly. And they normally have a light or a buzzer on the dashboard to tell you that they're engaged.
that's what I'm saying. He had to have been completely just,
Spaced out.
yeah, not paying attention. I just don't understand how that happens.
Yeah, noise cancelling headphones in, listening to Nirvana or you know what I mean? Something like that, giving it all this.
Oh man,
Could
I
you
feel like
imagine the jerk he must have felt when he hit that thing like and got launched?
I would have felt like an idiot after that.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Anita
you know-
says she's off today. Okay.
To hit that at that speed, the launch in the cab must have been ridiculous. You think, what the what's just happened?
Yeah, especially if you're that just spaced out, not paying attention.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because there's nothing in front of you, so I haven't hit the car.
The best one is that channel that does the guy has that camera up on his roof of his business that records 24/7.
I haven't seen.
And
that.
there's been like 200 or 300 trucks that have hit that little bridge, and like U-Hauls and RVs. We were watching it one day on here, where an RV went up under it and it just sheared the air conditioners right off the top. But it's a little bridge in this town here in the US, and it's a train track crossing. And so many trucks will go underneath there, like U-Haul trucks and stuff, and don't have enough clearance. And there's probably been 200-300 trucks in the past 3-4 years that have gone under that thing. And he's made a whole YouTube channel around it and just sheared the complete tops off of the U-Haul trucks.
Because over here we got like notice boards and alarms. They got sensors which can sense how high your vehicle is. And it comes up all big red, warning you too high. You can't.
We don't have all that. Like, you'll have height limit signs, but see, this thing is, what a U-Haul is. It's where people, yeah. Well, the thing is a lot of people will get into those and they have no idea how tall that thing is.
It says like 4.6 meters.
Yeah, they don't pay attention to it. So then they'll be going along. They see a bridge. I'll just go under it.
Yeah. La-di-da-di-da as they're going along, isn't it?
Right, because for most people, that's the biggest truck they've ever drove because they're not truck drivers and shit.
Exactly.
They drive pickup trucks or little cars. They don't drive big U-Haul trucks like that. So they're not used to it. Same way with if you get an RV for the first time, you got to know what your height limit and all that is.
and your length and your width and your swing.
Right. You gotta be able to figure all that out because you're traveling, especially a big country like the United States, man. You could hit all kinds of obstacles if you're not careful.
Let's say Paul Hodges will know where the school bus is.
Yeah.
Cat's not sure what to do.
Oh, it's funny. uh,
My daughter's cat. Oh, he is a vicious little thing.
I've been
Cool.
watching that vlog creations. Do you know him?
Not offhand, no.
His name's Ross something. He got a couple of million followers. He's from Florida. Some of the stuff the other day he took his grandpa to get a coffin fitting. While his grandpa was alive, went to a funeral home and all that sort of thing.
Did you see Schrodinger's cat died?
Who?
Remember Schrodinger's cat, the one that did all the sovereign citizen videos and everything? The one that would break down all the sovereign citizen videos and like police interactions. Remember we were talking about the one that gave me permission to use his videos?
Oh, yes, I know. Right.
Yeah, he ended up passing away a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was somewhere doing some work and he was supposed to go live with his wife and a couple of his friends that he does his shows with, and they couldn't get a hold of him. They waited a couple hours, and then his wife called the police department in the town he was at, and they went to do a welfare check on him. Found him dead in his apartment or in his hotel room.
Oh, wow.
I guess he just went to sleep and never woke up.
Yeah, there's a link in the chat for guys. Some of them are hysterical, just like they weld up the car doors and then call it a locksmith.
Oh my god.
But they park it in a car park. And and he's like, well, I parked the car and I come back and I just can't get in.
That's like calling a locksmith to get your keys out of a convertible.
Oh, they've done that. They have. Honest to God, parked a convertible.
I was about to say, I saw somebody's video on YouTube not too long ago where they did that. They called the freaking locksmith to come out in their convertible car, and the keys were just sitting on the seat with the top down.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if anything, that's easy money for that locksmith. I mean, shit.
One of the funny ones was they've returned the bird seed because the birds weren't growing.
Oh, my God. I'll save that link and check it out. I've probably seen their
And they took their own pool to the beach, put up a pool on the beach. Oh, they've done so much funny stuff. And he got like
I probably have seen her.
A minivan, which he put a huge Mercedes symbol on the front. Make out as a Mercedes and put hydraulics on it as well. They have.
Oh my God. Matt started watching those role play videos, the GTA ones.
Yeah.
I told Matt, I said, I think you'd do real good with some GTA role play videos. I said, you got the personality for that. Freaking Jim, I can't get a hold of him. He hasn't gone live in 2 weeks now.
I was going to say, what's happened to him? He wasn't on the other night.
Nobody knows because he won't answer anybody's phone calls. Everybody's tried calling him and texting him. He won't talk to nobody. So apparently he's been playing Flight Simulator, but that's just a guess because Matt said I went on Discord and it showed that he's been live playing with Four Eyed K9, but he won't answer anybody. So it's like,
yeah, I escaped from hospital yesterday. And I was in hospital and then just like with the COVID and everything, I wasn't allowed no visitors, and it's the weekend, so
is that where you've been at for the last week, a couple weeks?
Yeah. And the doctors are all off, so I just phoned the missus and said, "Oh, fuck it, just come and get me. I'm coming home for the weekend." And then I went to the nurses and said, "Right, I'll be back like 9, 10 o'clock on Monday." They're like, but. I was like, "Oh, I ain't sitting here. I'm going home."
Yeah, that's why I called today, day 2 of the Great Escape.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Said I'll be back tomorrow.
They can't legally stop you from leaving the hospital
No.
though, can they?
No. No, they were like, I don't know. I said, "Well, there's no doctors here. I'm not being seen to. I wasn't moaning. Just, I just said I want to go home. I want to see my family. I want some decent
Did
food."
did you let your doctor know, Rob?
Well, they're off for the weekend.
But I mean that they have an answering machine or something. Or
Oh, no, you don't do that in the UK. You don't get to speak to them like that. You don't get that access to them.
because I
In
know
hospitals.
over here, like if you call a doctor after hours, they either record it or they have an answering service.
Yeah, I was due, but yeah, that's like our local doctors. But when you're in the hospital, you see obviously the hospital doctors, so you don't get access to them. And they don't work weekends. Trauma ones, trauma, and all that lot too. But my ones don't work weekends.
I'm eating a breakfast bowl. I'm still here.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so I thought, I'm gonna go home and have some decent food. And
They've been cooking you some good food since you've been home.
oh my god, since I've been home, the food in the hospital is atrocious. It's so bad.
Paul, did you make everybody a co-host?
Yep.
Okay, I was wondering because it gave me the mute option to mute you again. I thought you learned the first time. Oh yeah, you missed that last week, Paul. He was trying to get me in trouble with Sarah, and I muted him while he was talking. He was just going on. me and Lynn were laughing at him.
Who's Sarah? Yo,
My wife.
because my wife is Sarah as well. That's why I was.
Yeah, he was trying to get me in trouble, telling Sarah she was the boss and all this other stuff.
Hey, Marie.
I just got 1, 2,
What's up, Marie?
3 more signs to come down. Holy mackerel. That's up to 5 signs you got to do now.
So do you get paid for taking them down as well as up, Paul?
No. I that's all in one price. So
How much is it per sign, if you don't mind me asking?
in town it's 30. Wow, it's $40 now because I just raised my rates. But in town, but once you go out of town, it goes up to 55, 60. It depends how far away it is and stuff.
Is that a limit on
But
time?
see, well, in the summer, but I can do 5, 6 signs an hour here in town. So you figure 5 times 4, that's $200 for an hour's worth of work, right? So.
Well, it's only like about 5 minutes to put one in and take it out.
Yeah, if
So-
that, yeah.
But if they have it for a long time, do you charge them extra?
No. Well, especially right now, like a lot of these signs, I put them up. I bet you just a little over 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I can't believe they're all coming out already.
Yeah, because you do sometimes if houses not selling. I was just wondering, like, if your signs were tied up for maybe a year on a house, which wouldn't sell.
No,
Like, did you
no.
charge them extra?
No, the most you run is 3 months because
They get 90 days.
Yeah, 90 days. If they don't sell it, it'll probably come down, but that's not happening here right now. They're all selling just about overnight, right? So.
Oh yeah, Rob, you should have saw the guy that was putting signs out in my neighborhood. He literally put them out, drove back through a half hour later, and took them all back out again that quick.
Wow.
because the houses sold that fast. And I walked out, I was out there cleaning my car out. And within the hour's time I was outside, he had drove up, put the signs out, came back, and I asked him, I said, "Are they already sold?" He said, "Yep, they're gone already." He
Wow.
goes, "As soon as I got to the next neighborhood, they called me and told me to come back and pull the signs." I
And
was
what
like,
sort
"Holy
of
Already
price
sold,
range
yeah.
are they then, Justin?
Yeah.
Around I think they were going for, I want to say about 240.
Oh, is that like a starter home for somebody or a
The
mid-tier home?
ones in my neighborhood are 3 and 4 bedroom houses. So
Oh, so it's a family home that, yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, I've had agent call me up, like, you know, I said, go put a sign up, and he said, put a sold sticker on it while you're there. Because
What's
I
that?
don't know what the rules are there, but they if they do sell a place, they can leave the sign up for up to 30 days.
That's more advertisement, I suppose.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah,
it?
cheap advertising, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, all of a sudden you put a sign up, it's got a sold on it, and you go, holy crap, I didn't even know that place was sold or even
Yeah.
for sale. God, if I sell my house, I got to get this guy, right?
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta just-
Because he's good. He knows what he's doing. Yep.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
clever, that, isn't it?
yeah, it's a gimmick. And another one they're doing is the coming soon signs. Because see what happens with the coming soon, the house ain't listed yet. You put the sign up, but you put a coming soon on it, so it's not listed. But you get all these people calling.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, you got a house coming up. I'm really interested. Like, then they get 10 or 12 people and they start bidding on that house.
Yeah.
So he's ready to sell now. He pulls the sign up, goes, okay, who wants it? Less than a day, it goes, whoop, sold. You know, it's a gimmick, right? So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people are here when those 2 or 3 houses in my neighborhood. I mean, they went up on the market. I mean, they were off the market for probably about a week while they were some construction crews were in there like repainting and doing that. But as soon as they went on the market, man, boom, for sale, sold. And then there was a family moving in 2, 3 days later. They closed that quick.
Wow. They're selling quickish around here, but you know, maybe a month, 6 weeks, something like that.
These annoying ass solar salesmen keep coming through here every damn day. Same company, just different people every time.
And to get you to put that roof solar cells, huh?
Yeah, they say, "Oh, it'll save you money." Well, so I'm like, say your average electric bill is 100, 150 a month, right? And then they put a big old set of a solar panel array on your roof that you now have a loan on for about 20 years. And you're paying a monthly payment for that. Guess what? Now, instead of paying the electric company, you're just paying the solar company.
Yeah.
It doesn't really save you anything. And the amount.
Go
No,
on.
go ahead.
No, go on.
I was gonna say, I mean, it does come in handy, you know, for when power goes out and stuff like that. I mean, there are some advantages to it
Well,
that I
in
see,
Florida,
but
you got a lot of sunny days, right?
yeah.
Up here, Paul, if you and I had to rely on solar energy, we'd be in trouble.
oh yeah.
Well, see, well, no, I would say I don't know why they call Florida the Sunshine State because, and if anything, California should be called the Sunshine State because they only get like a couple weeks a year of rain and that's it. Here we have months of just cloudiness and it's
Well,
not
it's like
sunny all the
Arizona.
time.
Arizona's the same way too, isn't it, Justin?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then that's
the Southwest.
well. What's great about some of these new solar, you know, arrays that they're building nowadays is even on cloudy days, it can still draw. You know what I'm saying? It's just not as big of a draw, but it can still get that residual sunlight that does make it through the clouds. It's still lighting up your sky around you. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not a huge draw.
But over here, they give the government will give you a grant for solar
Well,
panels.
but the thing that gets me is the government. You could make your house completely solar, but the problem is you have to sell back to the utility. You can't keep it for yourself. You can't
No,
use
I'm
any of it for your house.
Yeah.
Because see, that way they can't charge you tax if you keep it to yourself. So they make you sell it back to the utility. So like a friend of mine, he's got solar, so he had to have a separate account, and they charge him $40 a month just to have the account. You know,
Yeah,
then you
exactly the same what happened here.
You know why? It's because these utility companies got threatened by people doing all these solar panels and wind generators and everything, that now they're getting the government to step in and say, well, let's tax them or charge them for this just because they have it on their house. Why is that any of your damn concern if I don't want to be on the grid?
Right.
Like, why do I still have to pay you? That doesn't, it's because they're threatened because they don't want to lose all these customers to where their grid is at that point useless. So what they're doing is forcing you to put your electric back in the grid.
Yep.
Or charging you or whatever. They find some way that they're allowed to charge you for having that on your own house, which is stupid.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
That's why I said as soon as Starlink's up, I'm off of cable.
Is that the Elon Musk thing, is it?
Yeah. As soon as that's up and out of beta and everybody can buy into it,
Yeah.
I'm getting that. Because it's easy too. Like if you want to get up and move, it ain't nothing to tear that whole system down and move it to your new house and set it up. You don't have to have some contractor to come out and hook it up for you from the cable company and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know Geeks Van have got it.
Yeah,
I don't know if
it's
it's a tester or something.
it's very simple. You just put the dish anywhere you want outside, mount it up real quick.
Yeah.
You run the cable into your house right to the router. Boom, you're done. And the satellite finds its own thing. And for areas like where both the poles are at, it actually heats up and melts the snow off of it. It keeps snow off of it.
Wow.
It has a built-in heater and it gets hot. So that way,
Yeah.
on those cold days, it will keep it nice and clear and clean and you won't have nothing on it.
And what sorts of speed are they offering?
Some people right now are getting like 200 or 300 up and 200 or 300 down.
Jesus.
And that's just in beta, but they're planning on to where you're supposed to be getting like over a gig up and a gig down at a time. And it's supposed to be cheap for $100 a month. Shit, that's what most people are paying cable companies right now. And my cable company can barely provide 300 up and, or you know, 300 down and like 12 or 20 up. Like that's a lot for them.
Yeah.
Plus, I just hate cable companies. They're crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know down about 30, 40 miles away from here. This is several years ago, but when they were start bringing out solar, they went along a bunch of farmers, got them all to sign up to put solar panels out in the fields and everything else. And so then the hydro company come along, they wouldn't hook them up because they said our grid won't handle it.
Okay, can't have us too many. Ah, trees. Really, Marie? Wow, that sucks.
Oh, I think you got dog. Want to go outside? Hang on.
But I watched a guy that had Rob, and he had it on his because he had a really nice like RV van that he lives in,
Hmm.
and he just by himself, and he has Starlink, and he carries it around in his van with him where he goes. Dude, this dude was 100 miles out in the middle of the woods at a camping spot, I think in somewhere in Michigan or Wyoming or something, or I was thinking it was Wyoming. 100 miles from nobody.
Yeah.
And was out in the middle of the woods playing on a gaming PC, online playing
Crap.
in his little van. He had a nice little one of those little Mercedes vans and had a whole
Yeah,
game,
the Sprinter 4x4 types.
and he had a whole gaming PC set up in there with 2-3 screens, the computer tower, and he was sitting there playing freaking online. He was doing his online gaming in the middle of the woods, 100 miles away from civilization.
That's the way to do it.
It'd be nice if they got if he hooks up his own, because they were saying he was talking about setting up also using those satellites for cell phones, so he could get on a cell phone plan through his company. Think about it, dude. You'd have full bars everywhere you go.
Hmm.
You'd rarely run into an area where you wouldn't be able to get signal. With today's technology, I don't know why we're still messing around with cell phone towers. I don't know why they're not building a whole satellite array to run their communications like that.
They've just put a 5G one up by me, maybe 400 foot from my house. So yeah, oh, people are causing murder over it.
Well, yeah, that's like all the what I laugh about is all the cell phone companies, little cell phone stores around my area. In my town, you'll go to them and they say 5G wire or 5G phones sold here. Great deals. And I'm like, we don't even have 5G service. There's only like 10 cities in the United States that have it right now.
It's,
Like
it's
there's
not it's not switched on or anything yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of areas in the United States that don't even have the infrastructure built for it yet. So it's like, why are you trying to push 5G phones? I don't need to go out and buy one if I can't even use it.
You know, this is like right in the middle of a bunch of houses and everything else. So people are, really kicking off, and they're having meetings and all this. Now they want it taken down. They do.
I have seen the speed tests between the 4G and the 5G, and oh my God, it is fast.
People
I
are
was
saying
watching.
about the cancer acts, from it. Like
Mhm.
within a couple of months, everybody will be green and glowing. And
I was watching a speed test. A guy was in, I think it might have been Chicago, where it's one of the beta cities where they have the whole system set up. And he had the 4G phone and the 5G equivalent. It was the same phone, but it was 5G capable. And he went to Netflix and downloaded a whole season of a show from Netflix on both phones. One of them took like the 4G one, I think, took about an hour to 30 minutes or something like that to download the thing. The 5G phone did it within like 3 or 4 minutes, downloaded the whole season. I was like, holy crap.
oh God, what are we like though? We keep demanding, don't we? All this stuff. Nothing
Hey,
is ever
Paul.
good enough, is it?
Yeah, Paul.
I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go lay down for a while. I'm tired.
Okay. All right, buddy.
So
All
anyway,
right.
you guys have a good one. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, Paul.
I'll be around
Yeah,
tonight.
Paul.
So
All right.
but
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could tell he was tired.
I hope all right.
He was tired. So, Justin, what are you up to today? Family day today, or?
I was gonna go out and try to get some more footage today, but it's just raining all day. So I'm just gonna sit in the house and do some studying.
Yeah, Florida's been raining quite a bit because I checked my favorite spot, and the pavement's wet.
Well, we have our rainy season, which we're starting to get back into again, where it rains every day for months.
Yeah.
I mean, it will be like you'll get a bad thunderstorm come through for 3-4 hours and then it will disappear. And the next day you'll have another one. And it's just constant for like a good 6 months or so.
Right.
I'll tell you, the thunderstorms in Florida ain't no joke at all.
Oh no, Jed.
There's how damp it is right there. It's St. Augustine. Everybody's inside.
When it's thundering here, I don't go outside, man, because the lightning here is insane. But they call it the lightning capital of the world, so.
Yeah, light yourself up out there, right?
Oh man, there's been plenty of times where lightning's hit right outside my bedroom window. And it is loud as hell too, and it shakes the whole house.
Is she leaving, Marie? Well, she said see ya, or is she on about
You ever see the guys that do the lightning glass on the beach? They take rebar and they go out on the beach and they'll punch a bunch of rebar in the ground. And then the lightning will hit it and it goes down into the ground and it makes these really cool, like natural glass like things in the ground.
Yeah, all the sand molecules join
Right.
together, don't they?
And then they'll dig them up and they'll just be all these really cool like glass designs and they're all done naturally by lightning.
Good morning, Laura.
Hey, Laura,
Laura. So
you missed it, the fat after the big. It should be that big fat ginger fella. Okay, Marie, she was saying see you at the Paul Hodges.
Oh.
For that now, I'll turn up late to your stream, Laura.
What time's Laura on?
I don't know if it's in 3 hours time or 4 hours.
It's either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, I think it's 3 hours time, which is 6 o'clock.
Okay, 6 o'clock. So 3 hours time. That would be noon here. No, it'd be 1 o'clock here because it's 9:55 a.m.
Anita
Yeah.
just applied for working for FEMA. I heard you make good money when you do that, like when you go out and you contract under FEMA for natural disasters.
So we have 3 hours time, Paul. Now, what does that stand for then, FEMA?
It's Federal Emergency
Medical?
Management something or another. I can't remember offhand, but it's the U.S.'s agency that responds to any natural disasters.
Oh, wow.
It's an agency just for that. Like if there's a bad hurricane, they show up
Yeah.
and like they try to kind of organize everybody and assess everything and get supplies to people that need it and all that.
Wow, well done, Anita. That's pretty wicked.
Yeah, it's Federal Emergency Management Agency. I think it is.
Christina, you can. Yeah.
What time you going on today, Laura?
3 hours from now.
Yeah, it's Federal Emergency Management Administration. Yeah, something like that. What time would be that my time? Like 2?
I know. Well, 3 hours from now.
What time is it now? So that'd be around like 1, 2 o'clock. All right. Yeah, that should be around. As long as I get the notification.
That was my
Remind me.
tenant. My tenant, her car won't start and won't run, so she asked if I would take her to work. She works at Burger King. So I said, no problem. It's just up the street.
Yeah, you're going to shut down now, Paul, or what?
No. At 11 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock here now. So she's going to come back down.
Oh, you can say, 'cause I won't be on for much longer.
Yeah. And Justin probably wants to go too. We could probably shut it down if you'd like at 10 o'clock here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat something here in a little bit.
So, okay.
Thanks for looking at the dragster video, Just.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
So did you decide what time Laura's on today at Eastern
Yeah,
time?
3 hours from now.
3 hours. Okay, so that'd be 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here.
Yeah, you can inbox me, Laura.
We'll see everybody soon. And
Just hang on 2 seconds, just after we log off.
we're gonna log off.